Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Your Love Story for April 2020. And this is for you coming from Cancer. First, let me show you my email address. Here it is. And if you wish to have a 90-minute session to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms, then send me this email. This session will cost you USD $50, and we'll talk about that a bit later. Your first 15 days of April, for you coming from Cancer, are going to be difficult in the sense that the planets of aggression are there. So be careful in the first 15 days of April. If you find a new romance, this partner of yours, the new one, may be very aggressive and may produce arrogance as well. So you have to think carefully. Don't give your heart away too quickly when you meet this person in the first 15 days of April. You may find this person not on your wavelength and definitely not wanting to improve himself or herself as well. If you have an ongoing romance, then you'll have to be careful to stay away from harsh words or from action which are very aggressive, because all this is going to lead to confrontation between you and your ongoing partner very easily. So, since it's you listening to me, use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft. That way, at least you won't be the person who might instigate some kind of aggressiveness. If you are married, then tell yourself the first 15 days of April, you have to tread very carefully on the topics and the subjects that you want to raise with your marriage partner. Something wrong said, and there'll be a flaring up of anger. So, since it's you listening to me, take the soft approach about everything. Stay away from bringing up issues that might upset your marriage partner. That's for the first 15 days of April. Your last 15 days of April do improve quite a lot, except that again, you don't seem to be on the same wavelength with your partner of any sort. So let's see if you find a new romance in the last 15 days of April. It will be a much better one. Somebody who will go along with your ideas, who will be prepared to support you in whatever you want, and be a very helpful person as well. So it would be good for you to meet somebody in the last 15 days of April in the form of a friendship that might lead to a romance. If you already have an ongoing romance, then you have to be a bit cautious that the differences of opinion you have with your ongoing romance that could go out of control. So since it's you listening to me, don't bring up touchy issues. Stay away from anything controversial. Don't be insulting. If you are married, the same thing. It can be a very touchy last 15 days of April. Nothing to breaking point, don't worry. It just means that to keep the harmony, try to be at your best behavior and be always on the side of whatever your marriage partner says to keep the harmony going. Now, I'm going to give you some information for you coming from Cancer. Okay, now your lucky dates for the month of April. They are going to be the 7th, the 16th, and the 25th of April. Very powerful days and nights for you. The bonding, whether for finding a new romance, the ongoing romance to make happier, and the marriage to make it more delightful. The 7th, the 16th, and the 25th are very special days and nights. Use them for the get together. Your lucky ages are going to be, if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or even 75 or even 84. You're going to be one very lucky person to be finding a partner, or if you have a partner of romance or marriage, to make it a very happy situation. If you're not of these ages, you might want to see me for a 90-minute session. We'll talk about that later. Your lucky colors are going to be green. Wear plenty of green during the month of April. They will bring a lot of harmony for you. Now, you can form an attachment to somebody in the period of Cancer, you coming from Cancer, in the month of April. And the person you can form the attachment to will be somebody from Sagittarius. So somebody from Sagittarius is very interested in you, or you could be interested with somebody in Sagittarius. That might be the emphasis of a new romance. If your romance partner that you have is from Sagittarius, that will go down very nicely. If your marriage partner is from Sagittarius, it'll be wonderful. The harmony will be tremendous. So this is what I can tell you about the month of April for your love affair and your marriage situation. Well, this 90-minute session, which I have, which will help you know your next 9 years, and that will cost you USD $50 to know your next 9 years and a lot of other information, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions. And of course, how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. And more than that, how to reach that wonderful energy that you have, the supernatural energy within you. Some call it the guide, some call it the spirit, some call it the soul, whatever. You can make that contact, otherwise, why is it there? And once you make that contact, you're going to become somebody very special. And that's what I will teach you. Well, have a good month of April, and I wish you the best of luck in the area of love. Thank you. Goodbye.